Good morning, guys. So as you can see, I'm at the same viewpoint I was at a couple days ago, and as you can also see, I'm late for sunrise again. But that's all right, because today's gonna be a long day outside shooting, or I hope so. I'm gonna go on a hike today. I just thought that it would be a good idea to come here first thing in the morning and shoot this little guy, the Bronica. I haven't been shooting much film lately, and I think that this is the perfect place because I can have my tripod and I have time to think about my shot, although maybe not much because the light is kind of nice now. So let's shoot some film. Today I'm gonna be shooting HP5. I'm gonna be pushing it to 1600, even though right now I don't need that push because I have the tripod. But later on the hike, I'm not gonna bring the tripod, so I'm gonna be shooting handheld, and this speed is gonna allow me to do so. So one thing about this country is that I don't have cell phone service, or let me rephrase that. I have cell phone service, but it would be really expensive to use. I think it's like 10 euros a day or something like that. I know, it's something that I'm not willing to spend. I'd rather spend 10 euros a day on film or something like that. It's been fun to drive on these roads without using directions and the GPS. I haven't gotten lost even once, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Alright, so this seems to be the trailhead, so I'm starting the hike. I have no idea how far I'm gonna go, but until I get tired, I guess. Today, as I said earlier, I'm bringing the Bronica with me, so what I chose to leave behind was the tripod, and the reason for that is because the weather is not the ideal for long exposures. It's a pretty bright day, so it's no problem taking photographs handheld, even with the Bronica. So yeah, my choice for today was Bronica and long lens, and the tripod is staying behind. By the way, about the tripod, you might remember I got it a few months ago in the States, and it's been terrible for hiking. So big and heavy. I've been thinking about getting a smaller one, and I might get it here in Andorra, and the reason for that is because this country has very low taxes, including sales, and everything is generally cheaper than anywhere else. I can't really go uphill and talk at the same time, so I'm gonna stop. I was saying this is a great place for shopping because of the low taxes, and I've already gotten something really nice for myself, a new lens, but we'll talk about that in a future video. Let's keep going with the hike. Oh, that was steeper than I thought. So now I have to make a decision because I'm halfway to everywhere here, looks like. As you can see, I got to this little town. I just saw the name and I already forgot. So option one is to just keep going the way I was going. I think there is another 7 miles at least of trail to some lakes. I think that's the end of the trail. And option two, that I think is the one that I'm doing, is to go up. There is a lake up there that is called Stogladers, something like that. I don't know, I'll put it around here. Supposedly it's 1 hour from here. It's steep. This part is steep too. I think there is not much stuff that way within 1 hour hiking, so I'm just gonna go to the lake and see what I find. But first I'm gonna take a break and take a couple of shots from here with the Veronica. Well, I took exactly one shot back there. This is not what I would call a black and white friendly place, but it's pretty and I'm having a good time, so it's all good. I stopped again because I saw a potential image there, so I'm gonna try it. As I mentioned earlier, I'm pushing HP5 2 stops all the way to 1600. That would make the film too fast for a day like today. It's pretty bright, but since I'm using the let me show you. Since I'm using the orange filter and I have to compensate 2 stops for this filter, in the end it's like if I was shooting a HP5 at box speed. The reason why I'm still pushing it is because it gives me more flexibility for low light. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this roll on this hike, so I can use it tonight or tomorrow in the morning, things like that. Also, pushing it and using the filter gives me extra contrast. HP5 is not a very contrasty film. I like contrast, so these two elements, pushing and filter, give me that extra contrast that I'm looking for. Okay, I was totally not ready for that. That was steep. I know how many feet, I know how many meters, but it was steep. And looks like I'm still 45 minutes away from the lake, and the worst part is now is all the way down. So if I go to the lake, I have to come back and uphill, of course. So I think I'm not gonna be doing that because I don't have time nor I'm ready. I didn't even bring water. I thought this was going to be a couple hours, 3 hours at most, and much easier than it actually was. The landscape looks pretty much the same as far as I can tell. So I think it's just okay if I head back and just start more often and take more shots on my way down. Hopefully the light is not too harsh. The sun is pretty high already. It's 1 p.m. because taking photos in a forest with a bright sun is not a good idea. The light is too harsh. There is too much contrast between the bright parts and the dark parts. Hopefully I get some nice light and I get to make good images, because so far on this hike I haven't been successful at all. Just taking a break. I wish I had some water or food, but I don't have anything. I must be the worst planner when it comes to hiking. I worry more about camera gear, and I shouldn't, because water is more important. But yeah. Water, water. That was fun, frustrating too. It was fun because it's a beautiful place and it's a beautiful hike. Frustrating because I don't think I made any good images today. At least I don't have that feeling, you know, that when you go out and you come back and you feel good because you know you got something. So I don't know, I might have something, but it doesn't feel good. It's okay though, because I got to see the place. It's beautiful, as I said. It was my fault. I wasn't able to find compelling compositions. Going down, this is not an excuse, but it's true. It was very rocky and very steep. I was wet and there were leaves, so it was kind of slippery and dangerous, and that's why I was focused on the trail and not on the finding compositions. So I feel like you need a lot of time there, and to find the right trees and the right rocks and everything. It's not a place with big vistas. It's very challenging to take photos there, and black and white is even harder because there is no tonal separation between things. It's all dark or very bright and very dark. So yeah, it's kind of hard. But yeah, this hike pretty much ends my time here in Andorra. We are leaving tomorrow, so we have only a few hours here left in this country. Tomorrow we'll get to France, where we are going to be spending the next month. I am very, very excited about that. So stay tuned for plenty of images and videos that are coming soon to this channel from France. Yep. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.